No, but isn't YouTube Shorts up to 8 minutes?
No.
Oh, so what's the YouTube 8-minute called? Is that not called a short?
There isn't.
These are just shorter videos?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Pretty cool. We're looking for not too long, not too short, right in the sweet spot where we're going to lose people's attention.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just the good guys. Whoa.
Mazel Morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. I learned something very new about my co-host Ben last week.
What did you learn?
You like to eat on a Zoom, huh?
Do I like to eat? Did I eat on Zoom?
Oh boy, did you.
What was I eating?
I don't know. Lunch.
No.
Yes, Ben.
Oh, on our Zoom. I thought you meant like when we were recording. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're going to schedule a meeting with me during lunch hours, I'm going to be eating. It's fine. It's fine to put it during lunch, but I'm not going to not have lunch just because I'm meeting with you. If you want a 10 a.m. slot, I won't be eating. 11, 12, but if you catch me between 1 and 3 and I'm hungry, sorry.
Wow,
was it distracting?
It was a lot.
Honestly, I feel like it's a power play. Like, fuck you. Yeah, I'm going to eat. What's it to you?
It was like the visual version of Sinai West. It was like of you in your underwear.
I tried to go off camera to take bites. So I don't know if you like didn't see that or like whatever, but yeah, I was eating a tuna sandwich, and while you didn't ask, it was probably the best batch of tuna I've made in quite some time. I threw in a little bit of jalapenos, which like, holy smokes, why wasn't I doing that before? And like just like a little bit less onion. I threw in 1 garlic clove. Josh, this was out of this world tuna. But back to me eating on Zoom. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just me being me. I don't know. Do I have to apologize to Ben?
No. You don't have to apologize to Ben, but I am, because these people work for us and they wouldn't have the guts to tell us what I thought.
But you would.
But this is what I'm here for. This is what we do. We need
all I
call
know is
me
that
out on something.
Yeah. You were you driving?
I was driving.
I was on. Okay, at least I took the time to be at my computer in an office.
Yes, I do drive during Zooms, and I tell people that I almost exclusively do. I don't really believe in a sit-down Zoom unless it requires sit-down attention. And Good. I think Zoom is so overly prescribed nowadays for unnecessarily.
I agree. So I'm just saying, if it was a call and you Zoom and you call and drive, I eat on a call. Nobody knows I'm eating.
We know. I told you.
Because I would. No. I'm saying if it was a call.
Oh, yeah.
You see, I agree with you. Let's jump back to what you just said. Zoom is overprescribed. There's no need. You know what I look like. You need to see me with tuna in my teeth? No, you don't. Okay? If you need a picture of me, here's something, Josh. Let's say we've never met before. We're going to meet for the first time. Instead of hopping on Zoom, I'm going to text you the best picture of me I have so you can see what I look like. And then we'll hop on a call. How does that work?
Yeah,
How does that sound? Good?
Zoom has become the default. Do you find that, Josh G, like any kind of call, it's just like, yeah, we'll do Zoom unless otherwise instructed?
Yeah, and it's a little unnecessary to me, honestly. I feel like I don't need to see your face to get my point across, you know?
No. I think that a lot of people do it because remote work, they want to make sure you're working. That's why Zoom culture became such a thing. Like, it's very easy to like fake a phone call. Like being distracted, it's a lot harder over Zoom because they track your eyes, whatever, but unnecessary, Josh. We're talent. Set up a call.
Well, I just think that we need to, my friend Brian Tenenbaum, the executive from Roku, who, the great producer of the show no one saw that I did. But Brian's great.
I saw it. Brian, look, let's do more. What should we do with Brian? That'll be the next segment. What should we do with Brian?
Brian's the best, and he's known, and he's right up my alley in that if you have a call with him, he will be walking. He is like a 15,000 to 30,000 step guy, much like myself, pure alpha. And he can't reconcile why you would need a Zoom unless he's trying to like sign a new talent or it's like a really big macher meeting.
But if it's a really, really big macher meeting, truly big macher meeting, this is in person. Okay? This is in person. Fly to me. I'll fly to you. If it's a really big macher meeting, I'm now advocating.
What about medium macher?
Unless there's screen sharing involved, unless we're looking at a document, unless we're looking at Excel, unless we're collaborating on some sort of a deck or a PowerPoint presentation. Call. I'm done with Zooms. You've convinced me. I've had tuna in my teeth for the last time. Tuna in my teeth for the last time.
Jeffrey Katzenberg, who he used to work with, the former crazy media mogul, billionaire genius.
He's Quibi. Was Quibi, right?
Well, you don't want to be.
I'm just saying, he was Quibi.
That one.
He was Quibi. Was he not Quibi?
That's so good.
By the way, Quibi was a great idea. It was so great that YouTube completely stole it and made shorts. Like that's exactly what it is. 8-minute episodes. That's a YouTube short.
A short is 8 minutes? No, a short I feel like is more TikTok, Instagram type, a reel or a Vine. 60 seconds.
No, but isn't YouTube shorts up to 8 minutes?
No.
Oh, so what's the YouTube 8-minute called? Is that not called a short?
There isn't.
Oh, what's the 10? These are just shorter videos?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Pretty cool. All right, so we should launch a product. Quibi adjacent.
They tried.
Quibi adjacent, where it's 8-minute videos. Okay, we're looking for not too long, not too short, right in the sweet spot where we're going to lose people's attention. Okay, just long enough that you're not going to watch, but short enough that you're going to give it a chance. That's Quibi.
Okay, in hindsight, was it certainly maybe not
I'm cracking up
60? Well,
cracking up just in shorts. Yeah, YouTube Shorts, 8 minutes. You're like, no, Ben. YouTube Shorts are 60 seconds, and you can just post a shorter video. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Was it
pretty good?
We can re-examine. Let's relitigate Quibi, because now that all the stones have been thrown, it didn't work out. It was launched over COVID, which I'm sure maybe could have been a bigger help because people were so consuming entertainment at that time.
If it failed during COVID, it was the worst idea ever. Just saying. Because that means it would have failed so much harder in non-COVID. Like a new platform where people could consume. You know what their problem was? You couldn't create on it, right? There was nothing to create. These were all programs that were sort of shown at you like a Netflix, right? There wasn't a creator element to Quibi, was there?
No. What was the theory behind Quibi was that because people are living on their phones so much, what if you made the content that's native to Netflix, all these other streamers, but you made it native to the format of a phone, right? I don't know. What's the ratio?
Sure.
16:9? No.
You mean all? So Quibi was 100% vertical?
100% vertical. And
Okay.
it was, this idea that if you're going to be watching it on the subway and in transit and you can't really sit down for the full viewing experience, maybe you make something that's just tighter and more native to the way people are viewing it. And they got a huge amount of money, and they took some big swings for narratives, and they had huge actors in these basically Quibi shows.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen is Judge Judy. That's the one I remember.
They had that for sure.
Yeah, that seemed like a terrible idea. Like, why? Why was Chrissy Teigen Judge Judy? Why wasn't Judge Judy Judge Judy, but for Quibi?
Everyone had basically any idea that had been rejected by the town. Quibi was like, we'll take it. It's true. Like Kevin Hart was like, I thought of this idea once while I was wakeboarding in Saint-Tropez, and I really haven't thought about it. And it's just like 3 words. They were like, Kev, say less. We're in.
Do you think it's because there was no creator element? Like when I think of literally what I just said about YouTube Shorts, you could put shorter videos on Netflix and still watch it. Like what? I don't understand what the point of Quibi was. If there wasn't a creator element, like you could post your own 8 minutes to a Quibi for people to see.
I don't think it was the point. It wasn't creator forward. It was taking every streaming platform and taking curated content that was well-financed, well-developed, like the traditional Hollywood pipeline, but creating it for a vertical and making it, I think they were like 8 to 10 minute bite-sized episode, quick bite, Quibi. But I wonder, it's a really, because here's the thing, right? I've heard people say, I've been rewatching The Sopranos on Instagram Reels, or I'm rewatching because someone will literally cut up the clips and they're already there and they get sucked into the episode because it's so damn good no matter what format. And they're like, I'm already here. I think that was the idea. If it's good enough, people will get sucked in and they'll be glad that it's so easy.
Interesting. Yeah, I could never, you talk about screen time. It's just too close. It's just too much. I don't know. I like a TV. I guess that's why Quibi failed. I like a TV. And I hate vertical. Sorry. Like, I know we use it. It's fine. But, like, really good film can't be vertical. There's just not enough room.
It's so funny because during, like, the Quibi sort of ramp up in 2018, 2019, it was when I was shooting some vlogs with David Dobrik. And I remember that Quibi was courting David like I had never seen, like the amount of flowers and packages showing up at his house from Quibi and ready Nickelodeon. And I'm like, wow, guys, you might be missing the demographic here. David's a little bit edgier than the Nickelodeon audience. And I just remember like seeing all these things show up from Nickelodeon and I was like, I hate this company. I was like, never have they sent me or Drake or anyone else in that lexicon anything ever.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Trade Coffee. Folks, cold brew at home used to feel like a whole thing until I tried Trade. They deliver beans roasted specifically for cold brew, plus the gear to make it simple. They grind the coffee for me too, so when it arrives, I can just scoop it into a pitcher and add enough water, store it in the fridge overnight, and wake up to something that tastes as delicious as my favorite coffee shop. It's that easy, folks. How easy is that? Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S. for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. They've sourced the best beans from top roasters across the U.S. and now have a special cold brew collection. Trade makes it effortless to make your own cold brew at home that's both delicious and at an amazing value. And they don't just stop at beans. They also provide expertly curated equipment that's easy to use so you can make amazing coffee at home that's both the best flavor and better value than cafes and concentrates. Plus, they've teamed up with 15 roasters to create a special cold brew bean collection that ensures your cold brew at home tastes exactly how it should, smooth and absolutely delicious. Folks, it was so easy with Trade, okay? Came in the mail, took my scoop, threw it in water overnight, woke up. In the morning, I had beautiful fresh coffee. And baby, this was strong, but not too strong. It was perfectly strong. Exactly how I like it. I'm telling you, you got to try Trade. It's fantastic. It's so much better than everything else that you were using at home. Those machines, ugh, what are you, nuts? And folks, for a limited time, Trade is giving 50% off a month of cold brew. That's right, 50% off a month of cold brew. That's around 60 cups of cold brew for 50% off when you go to drinktrade.com/goodguys. That's drinktrade.com/goodguys to get 50% off 1 month of cold brew. Drinktrade, drinktrade.com/goodguys. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Function. Folks, I chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data most people never see and the insights to actually take action. Inside Function, you can test over 160 biomarkers from heart to hormones to toxins, inflammation, and stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's an enhanced view of what's actually happening in your body. Don't you want to know? I want to know. That's why top health leaders like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, Dr. Jeremy London, Dr. Ben Soffer Celebrity are all behind Function Health. Folks, let me tell you a little bit more. Lab visits, fast and convenient, 2,000 plus locations across the U.S., and just for $499 a month, $1.37 per day, you're getting cutting edge health insights. All of your results are tracked over time in one secure place, so you see how your health evolves. And insights come from top doctors based on your unique results. This service could cost over $10,000 if you did it on your own. What are you, nuts? Do it through Function. And there's no perverse incentives, thank God. Function doesn't push supplements or pharmaceuticals. It's just powerful, unbiased health data designed to help you own your health. Folks, I'm telling you, Function is it. I went in there. I wanted to know what I was deficient in, okay? The Ben Soffer Longevity Institute of Technology, it's very, very important for us to understand what we're deficient in so we can supplement. I love supplements. Every morning I'm taking turmeric. Every morning I'm taking oil of oregano unless I overdose. Every morning I'm taking, what else am I taking? Vitamin D, vitamin C, all these things, okay? But Function Health told me, they definitively told me, Ben, you need to supplement vitamin D because there's not enough D, okay? There's never enough D. And now I supplement with vitamin D thanks to Function. So folks, learn more and join using my link. The first 1,000 of you get $100 credit towards your membership. Visit www.functionhealth.com/goodguys or use gift code goodguys100 at sign up to own your health. Speaking of Nickelodeon and your favorite place in the world, Canada, I read recently that Nickelodeon Canada is shutting down. Thoughts? Thoughts as a Canadian adjacent and a former Nickelodeon man?
I think Canada is I think Canada is my end game. Who cares?
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
By the way, it was so funny. The headline was Nickelodeon shutting down forever. And so, of course, I read it. And then it's like only in Canada. I'm like, fuck you. Okay? Enough with this clickbait bullshit. You don't even make any money on Instagram if I have to scroll to the caption, right? At least you could have buried it in an article. But the fact that you made me stop, scroll, open the caption just to read that it was only Canada, no good. No good. And it wasn't even an account that I followed. The suggested, no good. I'm out on Instagram suggested.
There's like a couple things that, Instagram suggested. This is like a Jehovah's Witness at your door. Like,
yes, we literally have, I'll send you some of the videos later. Me, Brian, Kelly, Claudia, and Taylor Strecker and her wife, Taylor Donahue, have this chat where Brian has poisoned our algorithm. Poisoned, because he will find just like the worst videos you've ever seen. Like truly, we're not talking 1,000-pound sisters. We're talking like 10,000-pound sisters, like eating the sand on the beach. He'll send it to us once, and that's my whole algorithm. So literally every single video back and forth is just more grotesque than the next. Instagram's suggested pulls from videos that people sent you, regardless if you care about it or not. And a lot of it just is, at least for me, overweight porn. What does that say about me? Overweight porn?
Perfect. More to love.
And honestly, maybe it's a perfect algorithm.
So in closing of the Jeffrey Katzenberg of it all, I heard that he would take meetings and he would schedule like 3 breakfasts and 3 lunches, and they would all be meetings. So he would have like a 7 a.m., a 9 a.m., and a 10:30. And at each one, he would eat a little something, maybe he'd start with like coffee and some fruit, and then he'd have like some eggs. And then at the third one, I don't know, a Danish, because he felt like people were more relaxed if the meeting was over food and there was something to focus on. And he wanted to put people at ease. What do you think of that?
I think that that's definitely a good tactic. It's a less serious meeting if it's over food. You can be a little bit less, you can pull down your guard, right? That said, is he having that meeting at the same restaurant with 3 different people back to back to back? Like he's sitting at a table. I don't think
so.
No, he's meeting people. Because I hate when people do that. There's nothing worse than a person that perceives themselves to be very important. They invite you to lunch somewhere and you watch somebody get up from their table and you sit down at their seat.
Totally.
Have you ever had that? Like
100%.
I hate that. Like that is like the polar opposite. It's like you care so little that you can't dedicate just one lunch to me. I can't get a lunch. Otherwise, we don't have to meet in person. But yeah, I think eating is disarming for sure. And delicious. And you're probably going to pick it up. Like I go to lunch with Jeffrey Katzenstein. I know he's picking it up.
Stop Semiticing his name.
What did I say?
Katzenstein.
Sorry.
If I go to lunch with Jeffrey Katzenjew.
That's funny. That's funny. Freudian slip.
As an adult, I think I've now really blocked out a lot of my late teens and early 20s for good reason. But I had so many meetings where you'd go in and you would be meeting for a part, and you would literally show up at the Chateau Marmont, which if the director wanted to have a meeting there, it meant they were either a douchebag or douchebag adjacent. Mm-hmm. And you would just show up there and you would see the other actor who you see all the time beating you out for parts, having the meeting before you. And then you're 40 feet away and they're knee slapping, joking around, having their good old laughs. Literally the director's guffawing, and then they leave and you literally just have to walk up and be like, hello. Like, let's now recreate this conversation that you've just had a dozen times before this, and it's the worst.
No good. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Is there any, like, trying to think of how to phrase this, like, in terms of the order when you go in for an audition, are they giving you a time to show up, or it's like show up between these times? And if you go first, do you think you have a better chance of getting a part than if you go last? Or if you go last? Like, is there any psychology around that? I
think this is actor inside baseball, but I love talking about it because this is all we think about. Yes, there is a time. Yes, it's important because in theory, like the days are really stacked. It's like a doctor working at a clinic, right? Like they want to give you more time, but they really need to get you in and out in 15 minutes if they're going to see as many people. And if you think about a well-financed movie or television show, like it's not crazy to see, I don't know, if you're doing a week of auditions, like 30 people a day, 40 people a day. So, I mean, in a 10-hour day, that means you need to literally knock out 4 people an hour, and they're probably trying to get 6 to 8. Yeah. So it's a wild process. I don't know if first or last is better. I've had it both ways. I've been the guy who went in first and they were like so great. And for days were like so great. And then you just know someone randomly came in at 4:00 on a Thursday and was a little better. And so great goes to, we're going to go in a different direction.
I just think like recency bias is such a thing. Like if I heard something from you last week that was really, really smart, I've forgotten about it this week once you tell me something even smarter. Sure. Like whatever, maybe it's just me. Whatever I heard most recently is what I'm going to go with. So if I was a casting agent, if the last person on the last day was amazing and blew my socks off, it's theirs. Stinks, but it's theirs. That's just the way my brain works. Hopefully not every casting agent is as scatterbrained as me, and hopefully they just like take great notes and go back and are diligent about the process, but couldn't be me.
I find I shank callbacks and screen tests. Like I'm great in a first audition, and then when they're like, they do like you. It's like when you get, I'm one of those guys who gets a strike in bowling and the next frame, double gutter.
No, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm big turkey. I go full turkey. I'm strike. But then I will have those. I won't get a spare for 5 frames. But no, we got to work on that. You should be better the second time because you should be looser. Like your guard's down, they like you. Like all the pressure's now off. Or maybe you need the pressure. Maybe that's what it is. You thrive under pressure, and when there's less pressure, wow, very interesting.
I don't know. I don't know I remember once I got incredibly close to something that was like, turned out to be one of the biggest shows. And I've talked about it before. And my first audition they were literally like, when you're going for a screen test, you start to get these calls from like the showrunner or even the casting when you can tell that you're in the pole position. Is that the correct term? When you're like first up, like there's already a hierarchy before the test.
I have no idea, but it sounds good. Pole position, first position.
First position's different, but basically, there's already
You're slotted. You're slotted. You're looking good.
So there's already like this hierarchy when you walk into a screen test and you're going in front of the network, right? And if you're the guy that the creative team wants, what they might surround you with is a bunch of schmoes because they want to make you look even better. Mm-hmm. And so that it's just a clear choice. The network goes, are you kidding me? Of course, him. They're like, we know. Yeah, and I've been a schmo.
Interesting.
I've been the schmo.
So fascinating. Such a game. Cat and mouse game. Wow. I also hate, just because you brought it up, there's nothing worse than somebody on a team telling you that they want you or they think you'd be great when they have no decision-making power. It's like the radiologist telling you what's wrong with you after they've seen your MRI when they're not qualified to tell you what's wrong, and they just create these like crazy fears and the doctor tells you you're fine. Weird analogy, I know. But yeah, I just feel like people who don't have decision-making power should no longer tell you that they think you're great for a part because it only gets hopes up. No? Like, how many times has that happened to you? I think you're great, Josh. You're in the running. Sorry, no. Because it wasn't that person's choice.
It's all, you know what?
I think you're great for every part. It's not my choice.
God bless you. 25 years of doing it, I've really made my peace with it, is that when I get an audition, I feel like I've done the work in which I can really figure out what my take is on this thing and do the best version of it the way I think it should be done. You are paying me. You're not really paying me, but you're paying for this space, right? So I'm coming in on your dollar. You've rented an office. You're here, and you want to find the right guy in theory. And so my job is to come in and be like, listen, I worked hard. I interpreted the writing. Here's my opinion on how this should be done. And then it's up to you to be like, close, but try this or that. Or no, it's not right. We want Miles Teller. And I'll be like, why am I here? Just offer it to Miles. Oh my God. Why am I here? Like, oh man, I can't say his name, but I saw this and not Miles Teller, this other kid who I go up against for roles at this audition the other week. And I was like driving in and I'm like, I'm about to book this. And I saw his face and I'm like, no, I'm not. And, and I didn't get it. And I don't know if he got it. I don't even want to look.
Like, there's got to be like a way to sabotage though. Like, if you know you're going up against somebody, is there ever just the thought, like, I don't know, like send them a DoorDash with a little salmonella or like something, like, that you're like in the running. Like, is there, I don't know, trying to think what else you could do.
Yeah.
Like fleece the valet guy to lose his car or like something to make him late.
Maybe you can do a phone app that can beam to their phone like a natural emergency. You know those emergency alerts? Like he's about to go in to do his callback and he goes, oh my God, the second tower was hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
No, it's not. It's good. We need to book more roles. We need to book more roles.
It's a little shaky. That one might be a little shaky.
We need to book more roles. You're walking in, all of a sudden you send an Amber Alert that you just kidnapped his sister.
Yeah.
Your mother's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Leave now.
Yeah, like
I love it.
Like, oh my God, Trump pardoned Diddy. Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Nutrafol. Folks, if you're dealing with hair issues like thinning or shedding, by the way, totally normal, but feel totally stuck in what to try next, I absolutely get it. Look, we're getting older. It is what it is. Or if you're young and just have, I don't know, some problems, you should fix it, okay? Because there are so many products out there that can help you fix it. You don't have to feel stuck. Nutrafol is here to help. And I know it's hard to understand and truly pick which ones are going to actually do anything because who knows? We can't trust anybody, but we can trust Nutrafol because I gave Nutrafol a closer look. And it's not just hype. It's physician formulated, clinically tested, and even recommended by dermatologists. In fact, folks, Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF Content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. And while many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure their efficacy using a variety of hair measurement tools like hair counts and pull tests to assess growth, quality, shedding, and texture. So folks see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code GoodGuys10. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal stay for anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. Not my wife, of course. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your sleep light, rise early mom, or your high-maintenance group chat, you can find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking.yeah. I made a joke that said that my wife was impossible to please, when in reality, it's me. Okay? I'm impossible to please. I get to a hotel room, I immediately want to change. I get to a restaurant, I immediately want to switch tables. I'm that person. I'm a nightmare. That said, you know what makes me less of a nightmare? Booking.com, because I can find everything that I'm looking for. It's not a guessing game. I'm not walking into a hotel hoping that there's a kitchenette so that I can make my morning omelets. I know that there is because I selected it on Booking.com. I found it, okay? I'm not walking into a hotel room disappointed that I'm not looking at the ocean and that I don't have an oceanfront terrace because I booked it on Booking.com. They have something for everyone. Maybe you want a mountain house. Maybe you want, I don't know, let's see. Maybe you want a terrace overlooking a bridge. Maybe you want to look down and see all the people under the bridge. I don't know, whatever you want. It's on Booking.com. I'm telling you, maybe a hot tub. You want a hot tub that overlooks a bridge so you can sit in the hot tub and look under the bridge? All right. To each their own. Folks, if I can find my perfect stay on Booking.com, absolutely anyone can. You can find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal stay for anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. Find out exactly what you're booking for at Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today or on the site or in the app.
You think Trump's going to pardon Diddy or Ghislaine Maxwell?
No, I'm positive he's not. I get all of my news from 50 Cent's Instagram, and 50 Cent doesn't think that's going to happen. And 50 Cent is P. Diddy's number one enemy. So yeah, I don't know. I think I trust 50 Cent. He doesn't talk about things that he doesn't know.
50 Cent is the man.
The man. He's so successful across everything he's ever touched. Okay, you think about music, unbelievable. Vitamin water,
unreal.
Vitamin water,
unreal.
And then he just he's just like a master brander. He picks all of these fights just so that he can promote his alcohol. He'll write like Diddy's a loser, hashtag whatever the name of his current whiskey is, Le Meducci La Roma or whatever. And it's that has nothing to do with you talking about Diddy, but you got eyeballs on it, and now all of a sudden you're driving them to your whiskey. I love him. I love him. I would love to have him on the podcast if Curtis is interested. Do you think people call him Curtis?
I think we
His
should.
Friends and family. We should, right? Curtis.
Mr. Curtis. Right? Kurt.
Before we Dirt McCurt is good. Before we transition, I know it's a little bit dated, but I haven't been able to ask you your opinions on this Sydney Sweeney drama.
It's not too dated. I guess when it comes out, it will be. But yeah, I'd love to talk about it. Tell me.
Just because I'm sure that everybody has seen it by now, but is it American Eagle? Is that the brand?
Believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
American Eagle did a campaign with Sydney Sweeney, who's just generally regarded as a very good-looking woman, and wrote that the tagline was, "She has great genes," right?
Jeans, yeah.
Jeans, and obviously a play on words to "She has great genes." Because she's beautiful. And people were furious. I don't know if they were actually furious or this is one of those loud minorities that are furious. And then people said that it was anti-Semitic or something, and Aryan adjacent, talking about how somebody has good, clean genes. And all I have to say is, what are you fucking nuts? This is a genius marketing campaign. Genius. And the fact that it went so viral because people are so dumb, right? Because people pointed out that like the jeans versus jeans, that's why it was posted everywhere. I don't know. I thought the marketing campaign was amazing. And I'm sure it will lift the entire brand because I don't remember the last time I heard American Eagle. And believe me, people are buying American Eagle jeans. Yeah,
this is like if Billabong popped off.
Like, yeah, literally.
It's nuts.
Literally. It's nuts. And it's amazing. It probably will crush for them. I just thought it was so interesting. And it's like people don't have anything better to do than get upset over this.
But here's the truth, right? Trump didn't release the Epstein files and we're already forgetting. You think they're going to remember this? Like,
by the way, nobody is forgetting. Every single, if you open up the comment section on Instagram, every single comment is, okay, cool. Where are the files? I'm like, can you, I want them to forget. I'm like, can you shut the fuck up? And then it will circle back around when something can get released. Like, we need to release them, of course, but like saying on Instagram, okay, cool. Like under Ina Garten posts a recipe. Okay, cool. But release the files. Ina doesn't have the files.
So you think?
By the way, imagine.
So you think? Can you imagine?
Oh my God. No, I can't.
I just baked the files into these triple Dutch chocolate brownies. How easy is that?
Oh my God!
I've got my own Jeffrey at home.
she uses the files as like parchment paper, and you just see the files under like a nice apple crisp. And you see the end of a name, but you can't make out the beginning.
And right here next to Bill Gates is this cupcake I made called Dutch Vanilla Swirl.
How easy is that?
I think if they did plan it with American Eagle, it is a brilliant marketing tactic. They've already put out a response and didn't apologize. And
of course,
I think it's just going to keep it moving and make the ad spend quadruple what they would have spent.
It's such a good ad. It's such a good double entendre. I'm such a huge fan. And like, we've gotten away from bold marketing because everybody is so scared. And like, I miss bold marketing. I think I sent you this. I don't know if you opened it, but the Chili's, the old Chili's commercial audio. Did I send that to you? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Did I send you that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And I don't know why I'm drawing a parallel here, but like we just don't hear jingles like that anymore. We don't push the envelope. We don't do anything. We're just boring. It's just boring. Everything is so boring.
Mark Maron, who I'm the biggest fan of, just had his new special come out on HBO, and he just said, everyone's screaming about, we're losing free speech. No, we're not. There's just consequence. And people go, yeah, that's the part I don't like. Like, no one got thrown in jail for anything they ever said ever. It's just that for a while, people were hypersensitive to it, and there was pushback on it. But I don't think it's so boring.
You don't think ads are boring?
I think in general, like, I guess it felt like you were saying something more of like the bigger, because I feel like we debate about this sometimes. And I just think in general, like, yeah, it definitely went into like a super safe, saccharine zone for a couple of years. But I think it's coming back in a great way.
I think traditional media, which is what I meant, I think like actual advertisements have gotten so unbelievably boring and that we just don't push the envelope the way that we once did. And I think that we've gotten rid of just like fun and color and like everything is just so bleak. Like even on all redesigns, like the one that's popping into my head is Jaguar. Like they got canceled for it, which is hilarious. But like they took like an iconic, beautiful brand and they made it so minimalist. Like Chili's, for example, I used that example. They went from I want my baby back ribs to something so boring. Like I don't know. I just think that like it's safe. It's much easier to be safe than it is to go and push the envelope and do something fun and funny. And I just feel like traditional media doesn't do that anymore. I wasn't commenting on like creators or celebrities or cancel culture. I do think that they've started to play it safe as a result too, because it's not worth getting canceled over. And I think the the pendulum has shifted back a little bit. I think we're in like a post-cancel culture era that's a little bit more enjoyable. But yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, I think in general, most of these, because you'll see these comedians that will start to hang their hat on like, I'm the anti-woke comedian. And I'm like, how boring. Like,
totally.
Or just be funny, like, and be smart.
Just be fun.
I've never seen anyone canceled for something that's actually funny. Ever.
Yeah, the true gold standard of this is Shane Gillis. Like, whether you like him or not, I think he is hysterical. But whether you like him or not, he's said so many things that could be cancelable, but he's just too funny to be canceled. Like, he was canceled by SNL, right? And became like literally the biggest comedian in the world because he's so funny. He gets invited to the ESPYs and is so funny. And they're writing about how terribly controversial his jokes are about the WNBA, but they're in the same breath saying how funny they are. So yeah, only really not funny jokes truly get canceled now. Like, if it wasn't funny, then that's on you. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Chewy. Folks, I'm just trying to live up to the version of me that my dog thinks I am. Okay, Romeo assumes I've got it all together. Meanwhile, I'm Googling, can dogs eat watermelon? And realizing we're out of food. And oh my God, I forgot the flea meds. What are you, nuts? Thank God Chewy had both. Delivered them literally lightning fast. And now Romeo's well-fed, itch-free, and still thinks I've got it all under control. Thanks to Chewy. With over 100,000 products from top pet brands, Chewy makes it easy to find everything from food and treats to beds and toys, all delivered to your door in 1 to 2 days. They also carry supplies for birds, fish, reptiles, and other small pets, whatever tickles your fancy. To support your pet's health, they offer prescription medications, telehealth visits, pet insurance, and are expanding into in-person vet clinics across the country. As temperatures rise, so do the risks of fleas and ticks, even for indoor pets. These pests can spread through other animals, visits to the groomer or vet, and even hitch a ride onto humans. Chewy carries a wide range of vet-recommended flea and tick medications to help protect your pet year-round. Also, folks, AutoShip lets you reschedule recurring deliveries of the essentials you use most, so you never run out. It's flexible, easy to manage, and can be changed or canceled at any time. Folks, I use Chewy, and I absolutely love it because, again, I need that auto ship reminder to make sure that Romeo is fed. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to take the last scoop. I'm going to say to myself, I'm going to order it later when really I'm going to forget to order it. And thank God I have Chewy because it just comes in the mail. How easy is that? Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/goodguys. That's chewy.com/goodguys to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/goodguys. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Should we get to a story?
We should. God, so much upfront banter. We had so much to say this morning.
Wow, we clearly did. Well, did you know that birth control pills for men that temporarily stop sperm without hormones passes safety trial? Woo! Let's go, Josh G! Let's get it! Let's do it, bros!
Yeah, I'm out. You can't make me take it!
Men might finally get a chance to bench their swimmers. A first-of-its-kind male birth control pill just cleared its first human safety test, raising hopes that it could soon open the door to a new era of contraception. Can I get in these trials or what? No, I'm kidding.
All right, that's cool. But yeah, I have no interest.
Could this...
If Paige went to you and said, I want you to take this semen-reducing pill, would you do it?
I would just get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Instead of taking medicine every day, I'd rather just...
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So what's the purpose of this?
If you're not married with kids.
Got it. So you just so you just... But if you don't, yeah, I guess so. But can't you reverse a vasectomy? Like, why don't you just get a vasectomy for like a couple of years until you meet the right person and reverse it?
You're tripping. You're wild.
You can't do that?
I'm going through Cougar puberty. How it's better and worse than my teen years. That's wild. 2025 has seen Max pivot back to HBO Max and Gen Z rebrands extended lease. What? New York Post. Get it together. The hormonal roller coaster known as menopause is getting a flashy revamp. Move over for JJ. Cougar puberty is clawing its way into suburban dictionary. Just don't try to say it 10 times fast. The hysterical new expression wasn't concocted in a boardroom by a group of suits looking to hawk leopard-styled hand fans. Wow, this article stinks. Okay, let's chat GPT it. They've rebranded menopause as Cougar puberty.
Okay.
Done.
I like it.
New York
I
Post.
love the term cougar. It's fantastic.
Cougs.
Right?
Yeah.
How old do you have to be a cougar? Only women can be cougars, right? What's the male form of a cougar?
Predator.
Oh my. Whoa. Okay, cool. Very cool.
My wife pulled a humiliating prank at our wedding. Now I want to punch everyone in the face. He went under the bride's dress and couldn't get over what happened next. A groom's big day turned into doomsday after his new wife and a few friends pulled a trashy trick that destroyed his trust in the marriage and left him humiliated. Wife says I need to get over it, but I can't obsessing over a prank that ruined my wedding experience and left me furious. The newlywed explained that the wedding planner convinced his bride and buddies to blindfold him for the garter belt toss. It's a risque, controversial tradition during which the groom sexily removes an article of the bride's undergarments with his hands, tongue, or teeth and throws it to a group of unmarried men for sport. But this guy's garter ordeal wasn't all fun and games. Sitting in the chair in place of my wife, my groomsman was in shorts with the garter around his thigh, he whined. My wife stood behind him and was talking to me as they walked me over to keep me fooled into thinking it was her. On their instructions, I got down on my knees and began reaching for what I thought were my wife's legs. Once I found the leg, I found the garter and began pulling it down. But at that moment, I heard my wife saying, "With your mouth! With your mouth!" He had no clue they'd swapped his sweetheart for a dude.
Oh my God, that is hysterical. It would have been way funnier if like the guy wasn't wearing any undies and he just reached in and like grabbed a whole cock.
It's a handful of dick.
Oh my sweetie, how big you've gotten.
Jeez.
That's nasty and so funny. Wow, I love that. Excellent. That's an excellent prank. And it means that she's funny.
She's fun.
That's great. I love it. I'm all in.
I just don't know how he didn't know immediately by just starting to touch the leg that it wasn't his wife.
I mean, we got to see a picture of his wife. I don't know.
True that.
I don't know. We gotta know. I don't know. Maybe she's a big grizzly bear.
Yeah. But
who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would assume that his wife's leg is probably smaller and less hairy than his male friends.
Hopefully.
But I don't know. To each their own. No clue.
Should we get to a SpeakPipe?
Sure.
If you want to leave us a message, get some advice, go to speakpipe.com/goodguys. Don't give us your what do you nutses. They're not great. And keep it brief. Brevity's key. Let's hear from Anonymous.
Hi, Ben and Josh. Moron here. Love you guys so much. You make me giggle every day. You make me so happy listening to you guys go back and forth. So just thank you for all you do. Quick question for you. I just started my GLP-1 journey about 3 weeks ago. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm excited for this journey, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what's your advice for kind of handling friends who have judgment towards these so-called miracle drugs? I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of people. Some people don't agree with it, but how do you kind of, I'm just trying to get a gauge of like how to bring it up in conversation. If people ask like, what are you doing? What do you like? Do I owe it to anybody? Or is it just something where I just got to stay in my lane and kind of just like tune out all the outside noise and focus on myself? Just wondering how you guys kind of dealt with it, or like how it was when you started, or things, any advice that you have for a felt and ready to get skinty and
all right, honey, I've had enough.
Wrap it up. Okay. First of all, congrats on your journey. Josh, I really hope that like in 20 years there isn't a class action against GLP-1s because
we're
I feel
screwed.
Like we've gotten so many people to start taking GLPs. No, it's pretty. They're pretty amazing. I think it depends on the type of person that you are. I am a self-deprecating person by nature, so I've always leaned into it that way. Like somebody will ask me like, or like say like, "Oh, you look skinny." I'm like, "Oh yeah, like it's the shot." Like I'm very upfront about it. I don't know. It's just that's what I do. Maybe it's a defense mechanism. I wouldn't lie because eventually it will come out and you don't want it to seem like you're ashamed of it because you're not. So I wouldn't lie.
What if people were critical about it to you? I think that's what she's asking too.
It's not their business. Like it's your body. Like people should let you do what you think is right. I would also have like the proper data behind it for when somebody says to you like, it's for diabetics. Like, shut up. Okay. Shut up. Increased supply, new meds, not necessarily for diabetics. So I'd have those facts. But yeah, if you're really on it and you go to dinner, people are going to know you're on it because you're not going to eat anything. Like I can spot an Ozempic user from a mile away. We'll go to dinner and they'll have half their appetizer. I'm like, are you ill? No, you're on Ozempic.
Yeah, I think it's nothing to be ashamed of, and it'll only become the norm as long as some crazy side effects don't pop out over the next couple decades. And
yeah,
it's no one's business.
It's no one's business. That's the Spark Notes. Remember Spark Notes?
Sure.
God.
Do you know what Cliff Notes were?
Sure.
Yeah.
You know how many books I didn't read because those existed?
By the way, you could probably write a Sparks Notes for every book written and get the gist.
Yeah. By the way, ChatGPT is probably a walking Spark Notes. I wonder if you write, give me a full summary of just a random book, they can give it to you in 6 seconds.
For sure.
Wow. Technology. These kids are so lucky.
My friend Tony does this, and I think it's great. When I've learned it's a stoic virtue that you don't have to have an opinion on everything, especially when you feel slighted or people are being nosy about something they have no business talking to you about, like GLP-1. But my friend Tony does this. He goes, if there's something I could tell he doesn't like, he just goes like this. And then he just moves on. If you can take smart. The air out of something, it's pretty powerful.
Agreed. And don't get emotional or defensive. I totally agree with you. Very powerful.
Next one's from Gracie.
Hi, good guys. Recent moron here. I started listening a few months ago after just discovering the toast. I love you guys so much. Anyways,
wow.
I am 24 and I moved to Nashville last year and reconnected with one of my cousin's good friends from high school who identifies as a gay male. And we just instantly became very close friends, hit it off, did everything together. He touched on a couple times that he was maybe struggling a little bit with his sexuality and had dated girls in the past. But as far as I knew, he was actively pursuing med and was identifying as a gay male. So anyways, about 6 months into the relationship, he sends me a text saying, what would you think about going on a date with me? And at first I was like, this has got to be a joke, right? Like, there's no way. Well, with further investigation, no, he was very interested in me. And this just shocked me so bad. And I'm so confused about it because, you know, he can identify as whatever he wants. I love him. But, like, I feel like this has really turned the friendship on its head. I don't know how to approach it. I don't know how to go about it because I'm not interested in him that way. I never thought about him that way. And I'm kind of struggling with whether or not our friendship is kind of tainted or over with, or how should I approach it? Anyways, I would love you guys' thoughts. Thank you so much. And
this guy is sneaky. Living in the year 3000. Yeah, you can take off your shirt in front of me. I'm gay. Meanwhile, he's
I'll
not.
fuck a dude for you, babe.
Oh, you have something that you need inspected? I'm fine. I'm gay.
Just over here on Grindr.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gay. No issues. Just give me all your old underwear. I'll donate it to Goodwill. I'm gay.
How long do you think it'll take for the meme of me going just over here on Grindr to overtake the internet and haunt me for life?
It's good. It's good. All virality is good. All right. So your friend was never gay.
You don't. Can you really say that?
You've been played. Yeah, Josh. You can't just like, unless it's so tough. Unless this person was always bi, or maybe just like developed. You can't just randomly develop sexual feelings.
Sure, you can.
You think so?
People come out way later in life after being in marriages with kids.
No, but he already came out. He's gay. This is the equivalent, Josh, of you coming to me and asking me to go on a date.
Right. But what if and that happens.
Even if it's, okay, that was actually a bad example because he's gone back. It's the equivalent of somebody who came out as gay. I guess they could go back. All right, I guess it's possible, but it's really hard for her. I sympathize with her. It's definitely very tough on the relationship. Like this person that you felt was completely platonic, that you treated like a brother or a sister. It's like your sister coming and saying that they have feelings for you. It's just like, ooh. It would give me the willies for a minute, for sure.
Well, I think there's nothing to be done because the relationship will either fall away or you guys will face this. I don't think there's anything like you have to do on your side. And from what I know, being, like we've had the great Ian Fidance on the podcast, comedian who's bi, and is you can really fall in love with a person. And there are just some people who, gender isn't the leading sort of driver for attraction. It really comes down to the person, and that could be male or female or however they present. So I would say, give him the benefit of the doubt, but if you're not interested in him, that's really what takes precedence.
I agree with you that you can fall in love with a person for sure.
What are you nuts?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever is sticking in your craw. Yesterday, my son comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, Dad." And I go, "Yeah." He goes, I'm like, he's like, "I dropped a pair of socks down the toilet." I'm like, "Thank you for coming to me." Thank you for not hiding this. Also, what are you nuts? He was like, and I'm like, "Did you just want to see what happens?" And he goes, "No, I just had them in my hand and now they're down the pipe." So to my son, Max, I love you. And I say, "What are you nuts? Socks?
So
I have a house
them.
I own." He flushed
them.
A pair of socks. Yes. And they're rolled up for sure. And pipes are still working, but I don't want to even imagine what will happen one day that's going to cost me thousands.
Yeah, that's tough. What are you nuts?
Bad.
My What Are You Nuts is, did you know that BJ's was like Costco? They're basically the same place.
Of course,
did you know
Sam's
that?
Club, BJ's.
So I guess I was ordering on Instacart and I cooked a beautiful taco feast last night and I ordered some stuff from BJ's and I just added Carolina white rice. I just added white rice. It didn't say the size, but I assumed, Josh, you had white rice. I just thought it was a regular pack of rice, even if it was like a BJ's Costco size rice, right? What is that, 3 pounds?
Sure.
Like it's bigger, right? Josh, the bag that showed up at my door was a 25-pound bag of white rice.
Of course.
25 pounds. Mm-hmm. What are you, nuts? Who needs this amount of rice? And it's in the same exact material as a smaller bag where you have to cut open the side and you have no way of sealing it. Nobody's eating 25 pounds worth of rice in one sitting. Have it be like resealable at a minimum. Now I just have like this open thing of rice. I know it's going to spill all over the floor. What are you, nuts? 25 pounds? It's too many pounds.
Take us home,
You know what
Ben.
else is too many pounds, Josh? I don't know. You know what else is a what are you nuts? Not giving us 5 stars. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips, Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.